Hey, you found Don't Quote Me, the newest game show podcast that's sure to double your pleasure and double your fun, just like Double Mint gum.
Triple mint gum.
Today's going to be a great show. I'm your co-host, Skylar, and with me, as always, is Sweet Treat Steve.
Always carrying.
Our guest today, I can't wait for everybody to meet her. She is so great. She's known for her overall kick-assery, her follow your dreams attitude, the community that she builds, and most importantly, she and her husband's dance moves.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're pretty epic. But before we get into all that, Steve, man, this, not to be too cliche, but this weather is amazing. It's like hard to get anything done on a computer or in an office weather done.
Unless you're outside.
Yeah, it almost reminds you of like being a kid and going to summer camp kind of weather. Like the weather is just awesome all the time.
I wish.
Yeah. What do you mean you wish? You never went to camp as a kid?
Nope. Every summer, my parents were obviously divorced at a young age, so every summer I had to go to. It's just a normal thing, I guess. Every summer I go to my dad's house, so I lose all my friends, and I had to go make Indiana friends every summer.
So no summer camp for you?
No summer camp for me.
Well, it was Indiana.
Indiana's not too many lakes or places. It's not a great place for that.
So what do you do in the summertime if you're not going to camp and you're hanging out in Indiana?
I made neighbor friends, and then we basically just made our own summer camp. Play baseball in the backyard pretty much every day. Yeah. So a little silver lining, I guess. Yeah.
So it's not all sad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Never went to
Thanks,
summer camp. Well, I went to summer camp.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, because I grew up in a very Christian household. We went to Beartooth Mountain Christian Ranch.
I was going to say it had to be a Christian one, right?
It has to be a Christian camp, yeah. All Christian music, all Christian T-shirts that I wore growing up. It was something. But anyway, Beartooth Mountain Christian Ranch was amazing. I enjoyed it.
It's like a little lake and everything. Like you can do water stuff, or is it all just?
Yeah, they had a little man-made lake there. It was pretty rough. I remember because they had like a DIY water slide that you could go down, but it never looked like a good idea.
Yeah.
I think there was a zip line. I might be making that part up. There was definitely like a creek that ran back by all the cabins. I don't know. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I loved being away from home. It was a lot of kids got homesick and were like crying and stuff. I can't relate.
How do I stay here year round?
I didn't get hit by a leather belt not one time.
There's no words as normal. Yeah, just waiting for it after everything you did. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Well, lucky for you, Steve. You can make up for all those childhood memories.
How so?
Well, there is such a thing as like a grown-ups only sleepaway summer camp where you can make up for a lot of those missed out childhood memories and attend this camp full of fun people and possibly maybe the most fun you've ever had in your life. And it's actually made possible by our guest. So I feel like it's a great time to introduce her. Our guest today, Rains from Mountain Iron, Minnesota. From Mountain Iron, she made the arduous journey to Grand Forks, North Dakota, and attended the University of North Dakota, where she formerly majored in nursing and informally majored in event organization, where she curated good vibes and fun events. Perhaps a little foreshadowing in her life. She's a cardiac nurse, a great person. She's my former neighbor and was the sole proprietor of Club Friendly. Please welcome to the stage, Ashley Morken.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Oh, this is comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like way more cozy.
We labored over which chair to pick for you.
Mm-hmm.
You customize it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
If you didn't notice, the chair is different every time, and we try to pick one that we think is fitting for the guest. So this is
beautiful.
We saw this chair without a you.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I did see a school desk in one.
Yes.
Is right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a good vibe. That was really good.
Yeah, he seemed to really appreciate it too.
Yeah.
Tell the little people about who you are. Who is Ashley Morken?
A dog lover, a coffee lover, a travel lover that needs more of that in their life.
Sure.
I never talk in third persons. I'm just start over.
Ashley, you say Ashley before everything, yeah?
Yes. Ashley came from the Iron Range in Minnesota. I grew up on the Iron Range, which I feel like is the western oil field side of North Dakota, the more I'm coming to learn about that vibe.
Sure.
But like with new mountains that would exist every so often as they dig a new like strip mine and put it up.
Nice.
So it's really I appreciate it a lot more now. Not that I need to start talking about that. How interesting that area is.
Yeah.
But I grew up there. I went to UND to become a nurse. And I was a cardiac nurse for 8 years or so. I met Justin. I had lived in Minneapolis for a brief time. I met Justin because I booked his band at our Christian ministry house.
Oh, shout out that band name.
We could go places with all this. It was Beside Stillwater.
Beside Stillwater.
Yep.
Check them out.
And when I moved to Fargo, I said, I'll only move here if you promise we can move someday.
Okay.
But then as a nurse, I really wanted to live on one of the coasts for a while. But then we started Unglued, and it I love living here.
Yeah.
And so we have made Fargo our home as long as we travel.
Fair trade-off.
Yes, right? Yeah. It's a great place to come home to, you know?
Sure.
And so I love doing events, and I was always doing events along the way and didn't realize that would ever become a thing.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Well, it sounds like it was like something you did from a very young age. I mean, we've got Club Friendly
Oh my gosh.
right here.
I didn't even see that. That's so cute. Oh, you guys. I was like, what are we going to dig up?
Well,
Friendly
tell me
Zone.
about Club Friendly. What the heck? How old were you? What was the driving factor? Was it just you? Were you the engine that made it work, or what?
Yes. But it was me with like 4 neighborhood friends.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly how it started, but we wanted to start doing like community projects.
Dang.
And the first thing we did was we painted over a bunch of like graffiti that was led into like, it wasn't like cool graffiti, so I have no regrets about that at all.
Not like hideous
if it
graffiti,
was that hideous, I'd be like, oh, that was a mistake. But it was just like not great. The Spooners was like a high school gang, not actual gang.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would have been dangerous. But like we got the county to pay for the supplies and like safety vests, and
Well, that's
then
good.
we formed this club. We painted over that kind of stuff.
But-
I don't remember what other good works we did.
But how old?
Oh, sure. I was like between 8 and 11.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we had an initiation on my deck in the backyard, and it was Dionne Warwick's song "That's What Friends Are For."
Okay.
That you like walked up, you got your certificate that you're in Club Friendly. And we named it Club Friendly because my dad grew up in the Friendly Tavern.
Okay.
It was his dad's bar near Sedan, Minnesota, near Ely. And it burned down. And so we'd always heard the tales of the Friendly Tavern, and that's why we came up with Club Friendly.
All right.
Man. How many kids did you start with, and how many did by the time you finished? How many kids were in the group?
It was just the 5-ish of us friends, I believe.
Yeah, just stuck with the crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was like all the neighborhood kids around the same age kind of thing. And I know we had initiation rules, like you have to be, I don't know, nice.
Rule number 1.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What did you use as a gauge? What was the barometer? Are you nice?
Like, do you want to do cool shit?
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, and are you here and present?
Right, yeah.
And let's do it.
Are you
Nice.
free
It wasn't
and
like
nice?
a members only vibe. It was just like, well, you have to walk to Dionne Warwick's song. That's what friends are for.
But
to
yeah.
be in it.
Yeah,
But,
ceremonial, for sure.
Ceremonial.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you carry that over into your hiring practices today?
You just have to be present.
There's no
Friendly.
ceremony anymore?
No.
No?
We should.
Oh,
We
you
should
absolutely
Yeah.
do that.
should.
I
Yeah.
have given out like certificates of achievement in the past at meetings that were like really cute.
Yeah.
I guess that would be a good reflection of my Club Friendly days a little
Yes.
bit,
Yeah.
maybe.
There
but-
absolutely should be like a walk across.
Yeah. Yes.
And then like a pin
Okay,
of some
okay.
sort.
Maybe it's like when you
Yeah.
reach your 1 year.
Sure.
Ooh.
At our next
yeah.
meeting, and then your 5 year.
Something to shoot
like
for,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Then you get a
We're onto something.
yes,
Cooking.
award.
Yeah.
I love awards. Giving them out. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's the short of Club Friendly.
Cool. So that was that's a pretty good snapshot of who Ashley Morken was from a young age.
Yeah,
But then you
yeah.
carried that like event organizer torch with you in college.
Yeah, yep. Well, in high school, I was a part of Future Leaders of America.
Yeah.
Makes
and-
sense.
Formerly
Yeah.
known as Future Homemakers of America.
Yes.
Was there-
yes,
Yeah, it was called when
Future
I-
Farmers of
I,
America.
I was
yeah.
the president of Future Homemakers of America
Future
in
Homemakers.
our high school.
Are you serious? You're
Yeah.
kidding.
No.
You're serious?
No.
Oh, that's so. Was it called that?
Yes, I believe
And
so.
you joined it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well,
so
here's
much.
why.
That
Here's
is a dichotomy.
The
vibe
ladies,
of
you had
the
ladies
word.
in there you were after?
The teacher that taught it was really cute. Miss Hanson, Mrs.
Oh,
Hanson.
yeah.
No,
And Miss
not, sorry,
Bukowski.
not sorry.
Yes. That's really great. What would you do in Future Homemakers?
I don't
The
even
same as
remember.
leadership? Okay,
Yeah,
see, I
it's
don't
the same
remember a lot
stuff.
either. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's like a good experience.
It's a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
But I do, the only thing I
resume builder.
remember is, well, what is the word the kids use now? Riz?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I
Riz.
stole a new
I'll scratch
slang.
that one off the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I have, whatever,
Yeah.
present tense, past tense, doesn't matter. Don't have it.
Okay,
So
sure. Yes,
I thought I was
yes.
trying to be
Oh.
real slick with Mrs. Hanson one time. I can't even remember what it was, but it was in front of friends and witnesses. And she stopped what she was doing and she goes, "Do you need a hug or something?"
Oh my gosh.
All right. Maybe I'm done with this.
Oh, that's really great. Yes.
Like I said, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Lessons
Yep.
back in the day. It's really great. We contain multitudes.
Sure.
So Justin has been saying a lot later
Oh, really?
or lately. And I was like, yeah. Whenever I'm like, that doesn't make sense that I'm doing this. I'm like, no, we contain multitudes.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds
Yeah, I like that. I
you're
want it on a
so
shirt.
much more than one thing that you think you are.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the thing that I don't know. That have you ever heard the like everybody's got a different view of who you are? If I think
Sure.
about that too much,
Yes.
it drives me crazy because I know I've made a lot of bad
I-
impressions.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yes.
smaller
You look
percentage,
at
though.
people-
Walk away from
you
social
can't control
situations.
people's experiences
Yeah.
of you, right? Like
Yeah.
you can only be yourself and be as genuine and authentic as you can.
Oh man,
Try to keep that
But
good
yeah.
percentage higher than the bad one. That's all you gotta do. That's all you can do.
Totally.
I walk away from more social
be friendly.
situations being like, could have
Oh,
done better.
Totally. I am embarrassed all the time. And I have accepted that that's why I don't remember my most embarrassing moments ever because it's
Yeah.
pretty much every day. There's
It's just-
something that I walk away and I'm like, fuck. And then later I'm like, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. I've lived through 41 years of this.
Yeah.
This is normal.
Yeah.
So you're laying up in bed at midnight thinking about all the worst
Yeah,
things.
Yes. And then I think, no, I can't change
Stop
it.
it,
I just have to
brain.
Move forward. Yeah, right. And then I take Lexapro and it's fine. I did not this morning. And I was telling someone I was doing this today and I was like, good thing I took my Lexapro. I was like, no, I didn't.
I don't know.
But it's like a long-term drug, so it's not like
It's not like it's
immediate
out of
moment.
the
Yeah,
out of
so
the
we're
system.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Everything's fine.
Good.
But I continued it in college. I was a part of a few different organizations, but the one that I started to do more event stuff in was Chi Alpha, which is a Christian ministry
Faith-based, yeah.
organization.
Man, yeah.
Thank you. That is ultimately how I met Justin. I love talking about these things, but I hate when I don't have a lot of time to go deep into it. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you can just judge me based on those statements. And be like, I wonder if she's more the different person now or not. But through that, I was doing a lot of events too.
Sure.
And so one of the biggest ones we did was actually a rock show because I decided I wanted to open a music venue. So when I met Justin, he wanted to do the same thing. I was like, this is meant to be.
Yeah.
So I was helping in Graft, and there was a little underground thing called HSLer that I would make the food for the bands in like the green room, which is what I carried over
Nice.
to the Craft Fest and that kind of thing. I was like, we need a green room.
Oh.
All I know is music venue rock shows now and hardcore bands and that kind of thing. And they like chili and noodles. And so that kind of carried over to other stuff I do today, which is really fun. To think about the stuff that you've done that somehow has a weird link to this totally opposite thing that you never thought.
Yeah.
And like all of these experiences have led to this other stuff.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It all
But
piles up.
I hosted Blindside was one of the bigger ones. They're like an MTV band. And it was right before I went to study abroad in Greece and changed my life.
Man,
I was like, Justin,
yeah.
if you would have met me before I went to Greece, you would not have been okay with that. So, it's really good how life worked out.
Yeah.
But it was in college I kept doing. And a coffee shop in our garage, too.
Yeah.
We did do that.
Okay.
In college so that people could have a creative platform. We would open with a song called Taste of Harmony. And
Say that one more time.
Taste of Harmony was a song my friend and I wrote.
Taste
Okay.
of harmony.
To a taste of harmony. That's all I remember.
No, it's not.
We
You
would
are
be
lying.
bad- we would be bad at it.
Okay.
And so other people could come, and we wouldn't try to be bad. We just generally were bad. She was good. I was not. But then it would hopefully open the floor for other people to feel comfortable sharing their poetry or their music in our little garage with chairs like this and lights above the thing. This is like 2003 probably.
Okay.
And it was really cool.
What years were you in Grand Forks?
It would have been, I graduated in high school in 2001, so it would have been 01 to 05, really. Were you in Grand Forks?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
I was a police officer in the city of Grand Forks.
Could've shut it down.
Started in 2004, but I wasn't around there much then. I was
Okay.
just getting off of training in 2005.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Very fun.
Yeah.
Grand Forks was a great place for college.
I wonder if I kicked you out of any parties. or
That's what I was
anything.
hoping to
No,
hear, yeah.
because I did not start to have any alcohol until after I came back from Greece, and I was like, wow, You can
I missed
contain
out.
multitudes. I met other people. Anyways, I became way less judgy after I was in Greece. I was never a super judgy evangelical Christian, but I was like, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever this other thing is, you can do that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, I can also do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is great. Let's cheers to a beer in Liverpool. And I was like, wow, what is life? It's so much more than I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to. I mean, we could probably go on a whole deconstruction
I
path.
know it.
We could
I'm always like, whoever's thinking weird things right now, let's just talk more later. Like, oh, cool. We're all okay.
Yeah.
We
So
survived.
when did the idea for Unglued kind of pop into your head?
It was just with being a nurse here in Fargo and getting together with friends who made and created things. They started to sell their work. I did not, because I just like to sew with them and that kind of thing. But some of them did, and I would accompany them to different shows in the basement of like Oak Grove, I think. And then in like the big one or Pride of Dakota Lake shows here, and they just wouldn't sell well at all.
Okay.
And I was like, this is 2010 and 11, and I was like, why are people overlooking your stuff? It's so well made, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It just had a different vibe than a traditional thing. So I had gone to Des Moines, Iowa for a friend's white coat ceremony. Was handed a flyer to farmers market.
Yeah.
To go to a vintage handmade market.
A what ceremony?
A white coat ceremony.
What is that?
It's like when you're getting through medical school. It's
That's
like,
why.
Yeah.
It requires further education.
Fancy.
I don't know.
Ironically,
little too
that
fancy for you.
person has been our camp medic even last year at camp.
Oh, really?
Too. Isn't that fun? Dr. Jenny Woo, she's so great.
That's awesome.
Saving lives.
Yeah. Truly. But it was just, I experienced another event that showcased modern makers just by chance, and I was like, I do events. This is
Yeah.
what my friends need in Fargo. What if we put all these modern makers together when other shows aren't happening? We're not going to take away from holiday shows.
Sure.
So we did it in like March, the beginning of March, when it still would have been considered the dead of winter. That long ago.
Right.
And it was just cool. There was a line wrapped around the block at the American Legion downtown.
Wow.
People waiting in really cold weather, and they got their swag bags. We had free workshops, but the craziest thing was how well makers sold just being together in that modern vibe. So it wasn't a
man.
traditional show, and it was just like our community members who shopped other shows suddenly saw these makers. If they felt the vibe, because they were all like this modern, whimsical, weird vibe. And they sold out of stuff.
Man.
And they
So
wanted more.
You just hosted them? You weren't like, they weren't giving the stuff to you first? That's how it started?
Yeah,
They were selling right out of there?
Yeah, right. Yep, it was just an event because I was like, I like events. It'll just be and we named it Unglued that first event, which was fortunate because it's worked out as a name and I've liked it since then. Anyway, so then we did a pop-up shop that holiday season while I was still a nurse. I just had amazing coworkers. I still like see. I'm like, oh, there's my coworker. Like 12 years later, when I see them in Berhala. And they allowed me to have the weekends off. We opened the pop-up shop Thursdays through Sundays.
Man, yeah.
We've hosted workshops that you did buy a ticket for. We had a reindeer, like that kind of stuff. And so it was really fun to see, like, we can support the small maker community, and we can get you creative by doing workshops, and I can do weird, fun shit through it all.
Yeah. So I've got a
win-win.
question that kind of relates to all of that, because I don't want to ask you all the same questions that you get asked in an interview, but what was like the tipping point, right? There's got to be a tipping point where you're like, no to nursing,
That's funny. Yeah.
yes to being my own
pull that trigger,
boss.
yeah.
If you even thought about it as being your own boss, but you're like, or if it was just like I got to do this all the time. My creative heart needs this. What was that? Where did the scales shift?
Well, I don't like death, and so I was like in the ICU.
What?
That's how I met Mark from Drucker. He taught me how to start AVs.
Oh, really?
In the ICU at a night shift, which is really
Wow.
wild. And Casey from Blackbird was a respiratory therapist. This is a digression.
Wow.
Yeah.
That we would settle open heart patients together. They'd come up with their fresh open heart, and I'd settle them, and Casey would be there, like, doing the ventilator and stuff.
That's crazy.
But in nursing school, I hated nursing school, but I'm a good test taker. I can be good at a thing if I want to. I put all my energy into it. My brother's super similar to that. And so it was easy to be good at that career, but it was really emotionally draining to me. And I had a really hard time being a normal human afterwards. And so I moved into the cardiac stress lab, which was more like a clinic thing.
Oh, sure.
And I loved that setting. I love learning about the heart, but I was like, I see my coworkers later, and they're like, oh, this is exactly what you said you were going to do. And I was like, I have literally never said I was going to do a craft shop or a retail anything.
They just got that vibe. Yeah.
I just want to do things that make the world a better place, for people's lives easier, or get them more fun, or just live a little lightheartedly.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to feel heavy. And if I can provide that way. And I saw that through the pop-up shop in a weird way, and I was like, I always thought I'd have to be like a medical missionary in Africa to like feel like I was making a really big difference.
Yes.
And so I just started to see people's lives affected by it, and the pop-up shop was kind of like seeing all the different things I could do through it. Like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at sales. I'm like, don't buy it. It's too expensive. You're right. I mean, you don't get the whole reason why you should buy this, why it's worth this amount. I get it, though. I'm not going to push it, though. But I just saw more with it. So I think it was the pop-up shop.
Okay.
That was kind of like makers are interested, our community wants it, and I like it.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like all my experiences to this point have led to this.
Yeah.
And these weird strengths I didn't think I would use in a way.
Yeah, these things that you've like always liked doing.
Yeah, who knew?
Turns out, it sounds like we had a very similar upbringing,
Yeah.
just in past conversations that we've had.
Yeah.
When we played the game First Concert, Best Concert, we had the same band as the same first concert.
Was it DC Talk?
It was DC
Yeah.
Talk.
Oh, I hope people take a lot of other information from this too.
And then I got a degree in a career field, and I thought you got to do that
Sure.
job.
Yeah,
And so
totally.
I did that job for about the same amount of time. It was like 10 years.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Just a
yeah.
little under 10 years.
To know you hate it takes 10
And
years.
then it didn't take that long to know. I
Yeah.
knew
Sure.
pretty early on.
Yeah.
And then
With the
there
mindset,
were-
you got to stick with it. Yeah.
Yep. Maybe if
Yeah,
I just stick it
yeah.
out a little bit longer, maybe it's this agency, maybe a different agency will be better. Blah, blah, blah. And I just
right.
remember sitting very clearly, getting ready to place somebody under arrest for something that was very minor. It was a very minor. It
Yeah.
was like no liability insurance, which I don't think you even get arrested for anymore, or something like that. And I remember sitting there with my one leg out of the car door. Getting ready to go and do this, just like having to amp myself up, like, and thinking this is not how I wanted to impact my community.
Yeah.
And so then it
Wow.
was a spiral from there.
Yeah.
I didn't handle it well. I had
Yeah.
a very awkward exit
Yes.
from that career,
Yes.
but same
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's I had the kind of
Yeah. What did
well.
you do before?
I've been a lot of sales when I first got out of
Okay.
high school, kind of just trying to test out the waters. And after a little bit, I got tired of sales. I found a construction job, and that's the job I learned I hated and wouldn't. I love not having sales for a year because it was like a learning. It was like a nice breath of fresh air. But I hate heights, so I'm up on the third scaffolding, crawling along. The boss is making fun of me while I'm crawling along,
my gosh.
shaking.
Oh my gosh.
A couple near-death experiences from
Yeah.
just being dumb and not knowing what I'm doing, just being a laborer. Boss is yelling all the time, and very not the kind of dudes I like to hang out with. There,
Yeah.
one guy, I was working at a job. He was not in our crew, but he came up, just walked out of the bathroom. He's like, "I just did a bump in the bathroom, man. I'm good to go." I'm like, "Oh man, this is not the kind. What is going on? Why am I here?"
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so
That's wild.
went back into it, but yeah, it's one of those jobs. I stumbled in chocolate early on, and I
Okay.
fell in love with making that. That's the job I stayed with the longest. But
Okay.
yeah,
Very cool. Oh, that's
thankfully
fun.
found that.
I love chocolate.
Who's Leonidas Merritt?
Oh, damn. Okay, so if you go up the little street in Mountain Air, Minnesota, there is a plaque for him.
Okay.
From
So Merritt
300.
Elementary was the name of the school that I went to. What was that?
No, it's
Oh.
Leonidas from 300. I was just,
Got it. Yes. Wait. He must have been a minor. He landed in Mountain Air, North Dakota.
Okay.
North Dakota, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
This is the truth.
It's close.
Yeah, and there's a gigantic iron ore pit that you can overlook with his like plaque, and so he probably discovered iron ore on the Iron Range in Minnesota. I believe he had a brother, but our elementary school is named after him.
All right.
And that's literally all I know.
Pretty significant. 1890.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
He's credited.
Interesting.
He's credited with
Okay.
discovering iron ore.
Okay.
dang.
Great. I don't have to eat a spicy chocolate for that.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
No,
Not
we
yet.
got plenty of other stuff for that.
It's coming.
So, what was growing up on the Iron Range like?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because is it? It doesn't look like Lakes Country, which is real close to us here. No.
No, but there are a bunch of lakes. But we would go swimming in iron ore pits because the iron ore is like red, so you get your clothes stained, your shoes are stained
Oh.
when you walk like on normal trails on the Iron Range.
Okay.
Probably your lungs too. Yeah.
Oh, well, honestly, never thought about that. But that is funny that just come up. But it would be like so you have the red pits, and then they're filled with this like crystal clear Caribbean tropical teal water, and it must just be the rainfall. And once they hit the water table, then it fills up with it. Something like
Yeah, just say it with confidence. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know any different.
I love bringing new people to the Iron Range. We brought some friends for the 4th of July
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and everyone's like, well, this is like a different planet. Because you'd look out and you would see a new hill
Sure.
Or there'd be mine blasts at 1:00 every Wednesday. There still are, and it rumbles like an earthquake in
All
your
right.
home.
And you just get used to it. Yeah.
So is everyone a redhead there then? Is that what causes you the
No,
red hair?
that is fun. That is very fun. They should be, but there's not a lot of Irish or anything like that there, so not really. And it was just like a lot of little neighborhoods, but then like a neighborhood's completely gone now that my friend grew up in because the iron ore companies bought it and decimated it and became a strip mine.
Oh, really?
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
Parkville is becoming that way now.
Okay.
So yeah, it was small schools.
Sure.
There were some bigger ones, and we would go to the Boundary Waters a lot.
Because you're close.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 minutes
Well,
away.
here I've done this with other people. Maybe let's do this with you. Describe Mountain Iron. Oh. In 5 words.
Yes, I would say fishing, red.
Nice.
color. I would say Hell's Angels.
Oh.
I didn't grow up with that, but I learned so much.
Yeah.
I would say Homecoming. Homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, Homecoming was biggish.
All right.
And then I would say Friendship.
Yeah.
It's small
Aw.
enough that everyone like
Camp.
knows each other.
Club friendly
And it's
media.
not all this like rom-com movie set by any
No.
means. It's not like
Well, it sounded like it to me,
and
yeah.
drugs.
And drugs. I think that's everywhere. It is.
Hell's Angels around. I would imagine there's some drugs around. Yeah.
Yes, but I don't need to go off on that tangent, but I'm enamored in a way that is not like. Anyways, I'm like, there is a clubhouse of the Hells Angels
Yeah.
5 minutes away from my home.
Down in the iron pits. It's
Neat.
pretty cool.
They just say they're right there.
Yeah.
Handle
What's
it.
the population of that area?
Mountain Iron itself is like we just were
2,500 as far as
2,999.
990. Oh,
It was
shooting that.
at least. And then, but it's immediately connected to Virginia and the Quad Cities, and so those towns are bigger. Like there's a Target, there's Menards now.
That is big,
There's a
big
Walmart
city
now.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Starbucks.
For real?
We used to go to Duluth for all of that. It was an hour away, but
Okay.
yeah.
An hour away for some Starbucks, man.
Yeah. Well, no, Starbucks wasn't there yet. The mall was though.
I feel like I've asked a lot
Oh, you're
of
good. You're
questions.
good.
Steve, you go ahead.
You like to travel. You said so. You've been all over Paris, Seoul, Des Moines, Iowa, Iceland. Where was the most surprisingly delicious food?
Ooh. Greece.
Yeah.
It is Greece. Our favorite meal. Well, no, it would be in Paris too, but Greece for sure.
Do you
The
remember?
most
Like, is
interesting
there a
was
specific
India.
meal?
Yes, there's this little cafe that we still find. Still finds, and like it's only with Justin that I know this place now, so it's not that long ago. It has these giant meatballs.
Oh,
And this crazy, it's like their specialty is this big meatball thing. But then like your traditional Greek salad, which has no lettuce, right? But it's just like doused in olive oil
Ooh,
and feta
yeah.
and purple onions and tomatoes.
Nice.
And it's so incredible. And then, and some dill. And then they give you like an digestive afterwards, after the
Yeah.
meal. It's like a thick honey liquor thing at the
Yeah.
end of it. Ugh,
yes.
It's so good.
It's supposed to like palate cleanser kind of thing, right? Yeah.
Yep, that kind of thing. It's so good. But there's other ones too, but that's my most memorable of that.
So have you kind of given up on the rest of the world and you just want to keep going to Greece all the time? Or do you
Well-
want to travel more?
We talk about this a lot, actually. I would go literally anywhere. Just anywhere I can go, I'll go or make happen. But Greece now, we're obsessed with this bar called Baba Rum. That's a rum cocktail bar. It's been one of the best 50 in the world. But we just like going back to places now,
Sure.
which like there's plenty of places I want to see still. Finland, anywhere in South America. We went
Yeah.
to Chile, but I'd love to go back to that area. I'd love to go to coffee places.
Yes?
Yes, base a trip off that.
Yeah. That's fun and all. That's what we do. Well, of course, we go to,
Yeah.
we travel somewhere and we want to go to the different coffee scenes
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
kind of coffeeed out. I want.
Okay.
So,
Where would you go?
So like when we went to, we just went to Belize earlier this year.
Oh,
And so I just
yeah.
brought a bunch of my own coffee instead of like trying to find some other place to go.
No way!
Yeah, because there was other stuff I wanted to do. We did
Sure,
some like
right, it wasn't the point of your trip.
we did some like spelunking,
Oh,
which was
Jeez.
pretty cool. Felt like Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
a little bit.
that's
It was
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And did stuff like that. Went and
Okay.
saw Mayan ruins and
Okay.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but
like it.
I've got a son that's a flight attendant now.
That's
and
right.
We get the flight deals, and so
Can't share.
We need to just
Yes.
get out of here.
Yeah. Yep.
If we change our last name, can we get that deal?
Yeah. That is actually how we did travel a lot when I was a nurse. Was Justin's uncle was a retired Delta pilot. So
Okay.
you're still standby, you still pay for it, but it's like more of a domestic flight price to
Sure.
get to those places. But you might not go because it's standby. So
Right.
you
Yeah.
got to be okay.
Yeah.
So we made a last minute change from like Amsterdam to go to Chile the day or two
Man,
before.
very different places.
Yeah, and we just got a Lonely Planet kind of book and
Yeah.
figured it out.
That's
with my
so
brother.
I went to go visit my kid, and he was here already. So we flew to Denver, and then Houston was having like really bad weather, and
Yeah.
they were canceling flights left and right. So we're looking at the flight board, and he says, "Well, you want to go anywhere else?
Isn't that
Because we
fun?
can just
Man.
go
That's
to any of these for the same price." So
That's really
that's
cool.
going to be a game we play next time. Is everybody in the family gets a location, a
Yes.
destination. We'll throw it in a hat. We'll meet in Denver, and then we'll just go.
No way.
Like Yes Man, where they go to just
Yes.
Nebraska.
Yeah, anybody Cornhuskers game.
You're like, well, here we are.
Yeah,
That's really great.
yeah,
Fun.
it's fun. Steve, you got
I
one?
like it.
Yeah, and a couple more, just a couple things on Unglued. Do you remember the very first item that you sold when you became the actual storefront?
Oh, that would have been smart to keep track of. In that first storefront, we sold aprons really well.
That was like the first
And
item.
sewn items.
Yeah.
It probably would have been something like that. It's stuff that does not sell for us anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good
Are you
question.
looking for any like high quality candy bars to throw in there
Yeah.
anytime?
We really should do that. yes.
Put you live on the spot. You have to say yes.
Yes. No, we do. Yeah,
Let's hold her
Christina does
accountable.
a lot of
It's
that.
going to be on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yes.
Yep.
No, let's
Yep.
do it.
Score one
Would
for
love
Treat
to.
Theater.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job,
How have
Steve.
we not done that, honestly? Why
I don't
is
know.
this just coming
We're
out?
going to just
I
shift
can't
the
believe I
whole
haven't.
Yes.
the whole point
Yeah.
of
I had this
podcast.
contract down here.
Yes, yeah.
You can just sign here.
That's so good. Yes. How do we not have it? Honest to God.
I don't know. I just started making candy bars last year around
Okay.
Christmas time. So
I had one
yeah.
from the market.
Yes.
So aside from having like the
like
real
you.
life
Yeah.
Etsy store with like 300 and
Yes.
some vendors or whatever in there,
Yeah.
you
301,
do your
301.
Unglued Craft Fest.
Yeah, right, yes.
What'd you say?
I said 301. You said
201
300.
now,
Yeah, 301 because of Steve. Yeah, you do your summer markets, or your smaller markets. Sorry, your summer
Craft fest.
camp, your kids camps, and you're a dog mom and you travel. So,
Yes. I do call myself.
Yeah. Why do you even have a
How-
house? Honestly, why you never
yeah,
home?
and more importantly, how is it possible?
dogs.
Because and then I don't know, not everybody will know this, but I will only know because we've been a vendor for you. Your communication style is not brief. And so there's got to be
That's how I'm getting all these AI.
there's a lot of time.
5 top points.
There's a lot of time involved in all of that. So
Yeah.
like, what's it like day to day for you? How do you function? Because it's at whatever it
It's
is
just a blur.
at a more optimal efficiency than how I operate.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a perfectionist.
Okay.
And so I think that's aided me. And I don't say this, but like done is better than perfect. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even say it well enough, but that is my
kind of the
motto.
I believe that. I believe
Without
it.
saying that.
It's the theory behind this whole show.
Yeah.
I
Just get it done.
love getting stuff done
Yeah.
so much. And so I, for better or worse, I don't do things perfectly, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with it when it affects the end experience for somebody else, you
Sure.
know? So those are the ones I'm not okay with, right? Like, I will find a way to make this better if I
Yeah.
mess it up, which happens a lot. But I think I drink a lot of your coffee.
That can't be that's not the key because I drink a lot of our own coffee
Yes.
and I still suck.
Does not
Kinda.
affect him
I
anymore.
think that goes back to, I don't want to get too deep, but I mean, I can't. I'd love to get too deep, but this would take forever. But I have been thinking a lot about like, why does this? Is there some weird thing in me that makes me feel like I have to just work and do things? And I'm like, no, I fucking love working hard. I love working towards a bigger thing. I love working with people. I love working with people that are like makers and
Yeah.
things like that like don't know where they're headed to, and like they're not always the easiest to work with because they're all so different.
Sure.
And like even our crew and even like campers that come through, I just really enjoy it. So I think I just keep honing in on like what I enjoy about it, and I keep making sure I'm doing more of that. And then I have a really incredible crew. It's only since we moved to Bruhala that 2 people became more full time with me,
Yes.
Christina and Michaela, and so
Yeah.
they're actually taking on things, and it's been interesting to see because I'm like, these 2 things are now full-time jobs that I've always done,
Yeah.
plus everything else that I do, but it's like taking them full-time time to do them.
Dang,
you know?
yeah.
But it's fair because I've done it for 12 years.
Yeah. Sure.
And there's no good system that I set up for it. I'm just like, here's the step-by-step of how I did it, but you can make it better.
Yeah.
Like, and make it work for how you want it
Yeah,
to.
it's
Yeah.
a way, not the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, totally. So I think having a really kick-ass crew has all along has been huge, but now actually being like, in order to do more, which we want to do an Uncountry Club, I need other people to legitimately do this work and learn to pass it on. And I do enjoy delegating. I just don't enjoy delegating when I don't feel like I'm paying someone well enough to do this work. And so now I feel like we're at a point where we're amping that up better and that kind of thing. Anyways. Short answer is dogs and
I'll cut all that out just to have the dogs only.
Please AI
Dogs.
AI this to just split it up the way I would do to my emails in the future.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's
Ashley.
just that motivation, I think.
Yeah.
But I make sure I have time for fun things. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
legitimately, we go to baseball games, we see our family.
Yeah.
I volunteer for Love a Dog now since December.
Do you really?
Yes, I do 2 shifts a week, and
Man, yeah.
that is life-giving. I don't have to be
Yeah.
on. The dogs
That's
don't
a fun
care
one, yeah.
If I say something weird, I don't get embarrassed in front of
It's
the
therapy,
dogs.
you know, yeah.
It is absolutely therapy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And it's free because I'm a
Yeah.
volunteer.
Oh, that's
So
smart.
it's like, yeah.
All you at home need some free therapy, yeah.
Anyways, I think it's also having Justin because he's also
Sure.
very motivated the way
Yeah.
I am. And so we just recently did a thing. We're both a quick start in this Kobe assessment that I had Michaela and Christine to do too.
Okay.
And I think that's lended us to be, and he has a similar background in a way. It was more crazy, but we were both like, we don't want to we still do things that we really enjoy. I spill my coffee literally every single day, so this is not surprising to me. at all.
We got no
I did
napkins.
honestly bring tissue because if I eat spicy things, my eyes water, and then they burn forever, and then I'll just lose all my makeup.
That's gonna be great.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop myself because that's the main gist of it.
You're fine. So about this anti-country club, what's your kind of goal with that?
Yeah.
Just like the end goal is to open one of those up?
It's part of my, well, no, 3-year picture or my 10-year target because
Yeah.
we're doing EOS and I love talking about that too. So we've joked since we did our summer camp that people want more of it. Like, we can't replicate that experience. We want it to just be like one crazy weekend. But we've realized if we had a physical place that was like a lot of good summer camp vibes,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Unglued normal vibes, with a country club, what if that existed for a normalized human and not a fancy human?
Sure.
But they can both exist in it, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's very approachable, like a gym membership, kind of. And so I'm in a class that ends next week where I did a lean canvas for it. So it'd be, it's for millennials and beyond who want a place to belong and connect, that are tired of like awkward networking things,
Sure.
who don't want to be a part of a stuffy social club that's more about status, and they just want a place to kick back and kick ass.
Yeah.
So you can let your hair down, membership based to associated living, you keep seeing the same people.
So you got this in depth?
Yep,
Yeah, I love it.
yep. There would be day passes. I'm working on
Nice
it.
day
Yeah.
passes
She
even?
didn't
Day
just
passes
start
too.
it yesterday.
Yeah,
this is
right,
gonna
I know.
percolate for a
There
while.
would be a lazy river, a year-round lazy river. That's the only way I'm doing that. That's my non-negotiable.
Is it outside and it can be an ice rink in the
I
winter?
know.
Or?
Okay, so I told Justin that. He's like,
Yeah.
absolutely, there's no way that works in this
Yeah.
area. And then I talked to Austin Morris, who owns Enclave, right?
Yeah.
I hope I'm
I
saying
don't
all
know.
those things
I
right.
don't know.
He's super great.
Okay.
And he walked into the shop one day. I was like, I want to do a lazy river. You know things. And he thought it would work.
Yeah.
To be like indoor, outdoor. Could be a ice skating rink in the winter. But then we decided people would probably want to float in the winter.
No,
too.
yeah, it'd be nice to do that too.
Yeah.
There's
Bar,
not many.
restaurant, a really good Sands bar, so you can still have really good alcohol-free options, but you still have your tropical bar vibe.
That's why I swim up to a bar if you can
And
do
you
that.
could swim up on the backside, on the front side, you order in
Yeah.
the normal country club. But the
I'm
vibes
in
behind
with
you are
that.
so strong. I know. And then there'd be like a artist design mini golf. There'd be the crafty lounge. It'd be a place where you could co-work if you wanted to. You could take meetings if you wanted to. And it wouldn't, unlike a country club, the public could go in to the bar and restaurant. So there's like this way to experience it without committing
Sure.
to be a member.
You can have a
but-
window there; they can see what's going on in there. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be a part of that.
All the real cool stuff happens beyond the glass.
Yeah, it's like the Truman Show behind it.
Yeah,
It only
like,
looks
how do I
flowery
get
and good
in there?
behind it. Yeah. But anyways, actually, I have no idea how we're going to finance it. I don't have money.
Yeah.
I know sometimes
Sponsorships.
business owners are like, wow.
Well, there's an
but I'm like,
opportunity
no.
for the internet to help.
Yeah.
There we go. So
Yeah,
they
there you
own
go.
this land that they want,
In
and it needs
the
to be within 20 minutes of your normal job in Fargo.
Okay.
Because
Fair.
you need to be able to go after
Yeah.
work.
20 minutes is probably the max someone want to drive to relax. Yeah,
Yes,
to get
yep,
for the day
yep.
or something. Yeah,
Exactly
that's good.
that. And maybe you just come once a month and you do a day pass.
Sure.
Maybe you're like
Once a
member,
week.
member and you're there. And we thought we could have fun fitness options that are like really unique.
Okay.
So it's not like a fitness club, but there's still like this option that you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did mini golf 14 times.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I still want to go on the lazy river every day. But I also want to do this yoga with bulldog puppies.
Yeah.
It's cool to see you get like super excited about it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I still know how we're gonna do it, so I kind of laugh when but I think it's gonna. I honestly think it's gonna happen, or
Yeah.
some version of it'll lead us to something else.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
still have Unglued. We still have our summer camp. We still do all that stuff.
Maybe we can talk about that a little bit. So you do this whole like welcome on Friday night.
Yes.
So and
Yes.
what does the welcome entail?
Fireworks and usually a unicorn in some way, and the Timmy Trumpet song in some way that became our song the second year at camp, the Freak song. And then it's just whatever we can possibly dream up. One was an absolute train wreck. That's my favorite one. That nothing went very well with it, but everyone had fun because our crew's the best.
Okay.
They just carried it on. The music died, and my brother-in-law's in his like white jumpsuit with a unicorn head on. And he's like looking around, and then all of a sudden he just starts like twerking, and people start clapping and keeping it going
Yeah.
until it goes again.
Keep the energy high. Yeah.
So yeah. We want to welcome people in a way that's weird, where we don't think this through very theoretically. If I make it sound like we do, we don't. But I've realized we just have to let our guard down to show people like you do not have to be perfect. You can be a doctor, you can be a college student, you can be a stay-at-home mom, you could be just someone figuring life out.
Sure.
Just got fired or you quit your job, and we all belong here. We're all gonna have fun together. We're all gonna learn new shit, and we're gonna twerk in front of you.
All right. And you're welcome to twerk too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So that's Friday night. Saturday.
That's a
what are we
long
doing?
day.
Yeah, no, there's a variety show after that.
Okay.
And then trivia on the beach, like at midnight.
Okay.
And then the morning starts out with morning fitness.
No, it doesn't. It starts out with morning coffee.
Yeah.
Starts out at 6:30 in the morning. Thanks to these guys supplying
Yeah.
us with the freshest, most deliciously handcrafted brews.
There you go.
And then once people get a little bit caffeinated because they slept in a really shitty bunk bed, they go to morning fitness. This is all optional. No one has to do any of it. They could sleep on the beach the whole day. And then, do you want me to say the whole day?
I don't know. Just like what's the
Just a
like?
rundown,
So
yeah.
you got workshops all day
Four
long.
workshop sessions. There's over 60 offered each weekend with
There you
local
go.
makers. And then we have a camp battle. We have a camp dance party. There's camp happy hour. And then the next day you wake up a little later.
Anything that's ever. So I've
Please.
never been to camp.
Me either.
You know?
And crafts keep me at bay. Not,
Yeah,
eh. But the thing that looks intriguing to me is the camp battle. I love games. Super competitive.
Yeah.
And that always looks like such a good time. Who's the brains behind that operation?
It's Christina, Justin, and I
Is
plan
it?
the battle each year.
Nice.
Yep. And Blaine Boer sometimes helps us too with things. So we always make sure it can meet you at all levels. It's not just physicality.
Okay.
Or you can elect other people on your team to do that. You
Sure.
know? Not everyone shows up being like, I want to go down a slip and slide.
Yeah.
They may literally just have had back surgery. It happens a lot. They're pregnant, that kind of thing.
I'll be there all day. That sounds awesome.
And we always have a creative aspect, a scavenger huntish aspect,
Okay.
a puzzle aspect. It's very
Is
fun.
this how heavily did real world road rules challenges play into this? Because it
Yeah.
sounds like you don't know what that is.
Oh,
gosh.
But I need
yeah.
inspiration.
It's just
On MTV.
yeah. The two
The
reality
Real
shows.
World and then the
Wow.
Road
Yeah.
Rules Challenge, and then they meet up and they do all these like games, and it sounds
I need
exactly.
ideas for this year.
There's a lot more
so-
drama in that,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm
The
sure
game
if you sent-
part.
If you sent camera crews around all the campers, there might
Yeah.
be just as much drama.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Might be a good show.
Yes, totally. I will be finding that because we're always like, it's hard to figure out the games. We land on the best ones, but like it takes us the whole summer to figure out.
We get it.
Yeah, we're
Just
working
all
on it.
brainstorming. Yeah. Your questions and things that you've had.
Yeah.
I've been like, maybe we could do a partnership and you guys help us figure out some trivia stuff.
Oh, very nice.
Because it takes us, as you know, probably hours.
And sometimes it's just nice to outsource something.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And know that it's in good hands.
Yes, totally.
I'm going to circle back to the country club thing. And my question was, what's your vision for this? But you already covered it. Just want to get it out there that I imagine it like Billy Madison's happy place.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
like if that was like
Or
that's what
Happy
I want.
Gilmore's, right?
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, what did I say?
Billy Madison.
Happy
Billy-
Gilmore. My
Yeah.
fault. I'm sorry, Adam.
We're on the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to watch.
Sorry, Mr. Sandler.
Yeah.
Sandman.
I typed in a hurry. I don't know.
Yes.
But I agree
Always
with you.
looking for movies for inspiration on
Yeah.
a lot of things, and I think I need to add that to the
Yeah,
list again.
absolutely
It's been
should.
since it came out that I saw it.
Yeah. I had a random question in here for you. Just because you have this energy, and I don't know if this is true or not. Usually we try to find stories that are whatever, but have you ever rescued an animal? I just feel like you have
Oh yeah, I
you
pull over all the time.
Yeah.
I chase a lot
Whether
of
they
animals.
want it or not, they're getting
yes,
saved.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
There's every once in a while we'll save like the neighbor's dog
Yeah.
and be like, oh, you live 2 doors down.
Yeah.
I'm excited about things.
Steve, your last one.
Yeah,
I'm all done. I'm out.
This takes it back to your hometown. So, with Mount Iron being the taconite capital of the world, actually,
Okay, yeah.
did you guys have a dedicated taco night to commemorate that?
No, and then it came up like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody, it was probably actually when you drove the friends out to the 4th of July. There's a town called Taconite.
Yeah.
And one of them commented, I thought the town was called
Taco Night.
And we were all like,
How
I mean, and there probably are people who have done it.
Yeah.
I am unaware of that.
So, all right, ready for some games then?
Yeah, I think we're ready for games. Are you ready
All
for
right.
games? I heard you love games.
You ready for
Well,
the Wheel of
you told me.
Fortuitousness?
You hate games. That's so wild to me because
I
like
know, it should
everything
be
you
more
do is
fun.
so much fun. I just don't.
I
What is
think
it
I'm
about
in
games?
control of a lot of things that I do.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know,
Is
maybe
that
it's
what you don't like about games?
Well, no, I can be competitive, but I'm generally not competitive.
So
right,
Steve,
so we got 6 games
rules.
here.
Rules. How do we play? What are we doing?
6 games. We're going to play 3 of them. What we're
Sorry,
gonna
it's starting to get shaky.
You're good. So, you're going to end up spinning here.
What is that called?
The Wheel of Fortuitousness. I started it, but yeah. You'll spin it. What it lands on, I'll explain what that game is. Some games will be just for you. Some games are for all of us.
Okay.
If you lose, or any of us lose, we have to dig into the box of fortuitousness.
Okay.
And,
The chocolates of consequence.
Yes, the chocolates
Well,
of
that's
consequence
good.
are within.
Good.
And some are spicy, some are sour, and some are just plain milk chocolate if you can luck out. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and just give that little
Okay.
wheel a spin if you can reach it. Come on.
Okay.
We're going to start today
yeah,
out with some point blank rank here.
All right. Love it.
We got a particular one just for you.
Yeah.
There it is, right out the front.
Okay. This is great. That is a
Alright.
lot of games to come up with.
This one is a blind rank,
Okay.
1 through 5, 1 being the best. Things given in the category given to you as they're announced. You can't change the rank once you place it either,
Okay.
right? So it's locked in.
Yeah.
All right. Category is best places to visit in Mount Iron, Minnesota.
That's so good.
Ready?
Oh, I'm gonna watch my parents this, and I support a bunch.
You can just skip to this part. I'll give you a special video.
Sorry.
All right. West Two Rivers area and campground.
Ooh. Catfishing is there. I'm gonna say 4.
4.
No,
Okay.
I'm not confident
Keep
about
it low. The 1910 historic locomotive at the historic Overlook.
10.
10.
5.
10 was that bad of a spot, man. Sorry, whoever works around that area right there. All right, the statue of Leonidas Meredith.
Ooh, 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really hoping you're the 2.
Yeah, you got,
I don't know what they
you got 1 and
mean.
2 left.
Yeah.
Is that right?
1,
Okay.
2.
The Masabi Bike Trail.
Ooh, 1.
1. That's the
Yeah,
best
why is
one.
that so great?
Yeah.
It's so long. It's gonna go from, I think, Giants Ridge, which is in Aurora, Minnesota, to Grand Rapids. And you go, you circle it's so pretty.
How far have you been on it?
We did, my family came in last place when they did one of the Wasabi Trail bike things.
Yeah.
The polka bands along the way and other stuff
Oh,
like that. It's very,
sick.
very cool.
That's really cool.
But yes, however long that was, it must have been 20 miles.
That's a good ways down though.
Yeah,
Trail.
something like that.
According to the website, it says it was like 130 miles.
Okay,
Wow.
it keeps building up too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really cool.
All right, your last one, the historic yard at House Morken. Your just backyard.
That could be a 1,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 2.
So you get stuck at
My
number
parents
2
keep
though.
amping it up, like
Yeah.
how nice it is. There's a hot tub now.
Oh, yeah.
A little
Ooh.
water fountain.
That's my
Nice.
number 1. You got a hot tub to hang out
right?
in.
Yes. Amazing.
So that was not really a loser one, so you got kind of
Okay.
lucky on that one. So
Yeah, yeah, no chocolates if you don't want.
go ahead and give it spin for round 2 whenever you're ready here.
Okay. I'll do a later spin maybe.
Roll on it.
To watch it spin.
Ooh, film buff.
Okay.
Second time around this one, we struggled the first time. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw that.
Okay.
So
I don't remember. I
Well, it
would've
was a
seen
hit
it, but-
episode.
it wasn't it.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh,
fine.
because you keep going back. I do remember
You're
how that
supposed to
went.
keep going back.
We changed it up a little bit to simplify it a little bit.
Okay.
So you're gonna name an actor of your choice,
Okay.
And then we're just going to take
Oh,
turns going around
okay.
naming movies that person's been in only. Right?
Okay.
Just to really simplify it. So
Yes.
you'll say someone, he'll say a movie, I'll say movie, you'll say movie
Okay.
until they'll ever is down to one person here.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with Will Ferrell, just to be fast. Will Ferrell.
Elf.
Step Brothers.
Dodgeball.
Oh, I don't. Was he in Dodgeball?
Was he in Dodgeball?
Oh, fudge. I think he is. I
I
wouldn't
don't
have
think
seen
he
it
is.
otherwise. Oh, shoot. That might be the end.
That
I think she's
could be the
I
end.
think she's out very. Why don't you keep going?
If
between
I
you two
find
here?
out that it's right, can I win like
what
coffee
did he,
for life?
what's it?
I don't think
maybe,
he's in.
maybe a month.
Okay.
What would he have played in Dodgeball?
I have no
I don't think
idea.
he is.
No,
Skylar,
that's Vince
No
Vaughn, Ben
way.
Stiller.
You're up.
That's-
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Stiller. I think I'm confusing him. I mean, I know that.
What have we said so far? Elf.
Elf.
I can tell you because that's if you say it, you're out. So I win.
Oh.
Oh, the other guys?
Okay. Semi-pro.
Anchorman.
Curly
And that covers all
lady.
three?
I was gonna say Anchorman too. Yeah. Talladega Nights.
The
Daddy's
ridiculous.
Home.
Casa de mi Padre.
What
It's
was
an
that?
all Spanish film he did. That was as a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Am I out already? I got nothing. I'm blanking. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Will.
I can't believe he's on Dodgeball.
I'm out too, man. I can't think.
Yeah, are you out there?
Yeah,
So-
I
What
feel
was
like I see
yours?
him in so
What's
much.
the other sports one he's in? That's not Dodgeball. But he.
Semi-pro, I said. I think. Is there another one?
Yes. Okay, I was thinking of Spirited, the newer one, that Christmas movie. That
Oh yeah, that'd have been a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we
I'll-
got.
Well, I think we all eat.
Sure. I'll let you dig in first.
Oh, they all
And,
look so similar.
Yep.
Yep.
No half bites.
No
gotta
half
go
bites, you
all
just
in.
gotta eat the whole thing.
Gotta go all in.
What'd you say happens when you eat a spicy thing?
My eyes water. I could talk about my eyes. I used to have double vision my whole life.
Yeah.
Till
That's
2018.
our one.
That would have been a good walkout song then.
Yeah.
Mine's normal.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
That probably means the rest are not.
Super good.
Might be pretty low. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, we ate all the bad ones.
Got one more game here.
Last
What did
game.
you eat?
A little sour one.
Or last spin of the wheel, I should
Yeah.
say.
Do you like all the ones that you make even when they're hot and spicy and sour? Or do you like?
I mean, like my regular stuff. I don't like I'm not like plain jalapeno, so I don't eat that. But everything else, I'll tear up pretty quick. Yeah.
What's the favorite thing you make?
The T799. It's peanut butter, caramel, marshmallow, Rice Krispies, chocolate topped. Yeah, it's pretty dang
Okay,
good.
Nice.
good.
That's cool. Blades of Glory.
There it is.
Is he in that one?
Yep.
Yes, just needed some chocolate in you to get the answer out. All right, we got one more game for you if you want to spit it out. I think we only got one more on here. Apples and onions, man. What are the odds?
I should have big step.
New game. New game indeed.
Nice. They're brand new. No one's done
Yeah,
this one
no
yet.
one's
Yes,
played this
that's
one.
correct.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right, let's do this one here. So, apples and onions. I'm going to give you 3 article titles. One will be an onion, aka a fake article,
Oh, okay. Yep.
and 2 will be apples, aka real articles.
That's fun.
And your job is to identify.
The fake one.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, thank you. I need to add that on here. Brand new.
I mean, yeah. No, that's perfect.
First one here. Thief who stole 17 tubes of Pringles told police, once you pop, you can't stop. Second one. Denmark recalls Korean ramen for being too spicy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Third one. Cop too drunk to administer field sobriety test.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay, Skylar, you got any guesses? First one was, the thief who stole
So I'm
17 tubes
picking
of
the
Pringles.
I'm picking the onion.
No,
Yes,
I
the
bet
fake
that's
article.
real. Oh, I'll stick with one.
She chose the Pringles one, the once you pop, you can't stop.
I want to go with the middle one.
The Denmark recalls
Yes.
Korean ramen for being too spicy?
Yeah.
I think they're nice people. Like,
It is too spicy. It was actually 3. The cop too drunk to administer field sobriety.
okay.
Oh man, that was the fake one.
Well, cops get arrested for DUI all the
Right,
time.
I know,
Like
you get the good
pilots
one
are
on
always
there.
getting in trouble for being.
Good luck on your journeys.
I got a sour one,
Yeah.
but I like it.
I got a normal one.
Did you get back-to-back normal ones? Man, what a lucky guess. I don't think we've had a guess get
The universe
no
knows.
bad ones.
Yeah, that won't be pretty.
It's all the games I got for today.
That's,
that
well,
was
that's
great.
those games. Yeah, there's 2 left. We're gonna do our custom game. Did we name this one? I like
This
the,
is
I like
delicious.
I like the name. I like Rump Shaker.
Rumpet. Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes.
Well, anyway, it's this is gonna be a head-to-head competition, and you're gonna take turns battling Steve and myself. Steve, you got everything you need
Yes.
set up? Do you have music queued up? So because you like to dance.
When you were sitting out there, I was like,
Yeah. You like to dance. We see it all the time. I know that you have an affinity for dancing on desks or counter spaces, but I don't think.
oh,
I mean,
okay, we're not doing
it's
that.
very kind of the Furniture Mission to give us
Sure.
these, but we're gonna maybe just have to
We'll do it right here.
make some room.
Yeah.
Take the chair out, and I'm sure you've seen this. Maybe you've played it.
Fun! Yes! We
Yes.
had it at the camp game.
Okay.
I never done it though.
No, you've never done it. Okay.
Also, it was a good call on the spongy thing. That would have been
Make it
smart.
Yeah.
super easy.
So we're gonna put some ping pong balls in here, and we're gonna go head to head. I think you'll only have 30 seconds though.
Okay, right, so
30
you don't want to
seconds.
just
Or
So-
until it's empty, one or the other, 30 or empty.
But
Yeah.
we've only got 3 balls per person.
It's not always easy to get one of it.
But here we go. Okay, so we're going to.
Once the music starts?
As soon as the music starts, you've got 30 seconds.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna hit my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Nice technique. Come on, one left, Steve. Steve, go on left. Oh my God, there you go, Steve got it. Oh.
Am I out?
No, Steve is out.
Nice. On the goal.
3, 2, 1. Get it out of there, Skylar! Yeah, shake it, man. Keep going. There's 2 going each. It's 1 versus 1 left. 1v1 left. You got 1 of there each. Get out of there. 7 seconds.
Are you kidding me?
4, 3, 2, there
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well done, everyone.
That was hard.
I need an inhaler.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my-
didn't do any workout yet today, so
Here we go.
I'm gonna count that as
Little
one.
Mo cardio,
Maybe
yeah.
two. Yes.
Anybody
Oh,
got
shoot.
a Fitbit on?
Oh, you guys, time is crazy.
Yeah. Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Full
speed this
payroll.
along.
Yeah.
That's
See,
amazing.
on the 30th at the end of the month, right? You got
Yes,
Mark?
yes, we have the Drecker or Brewholic Makers Market on Sunday, June 30th from
Yes.
noon to 6. Free admission. There'll be 45 makers up on the second floor.
Okay.
those here.
Great.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Eating chocolate.
1702 First Avenue North, Fargo, North Dakota. Be there.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got time for Bozo?
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot all about that. Here's what we want to
Great.
do.
Yes.
You've got the 3 buckets in front of you. Sorry, I'm still winded.
Make it.
You've got the 3 buckets in front of you. You want to put a ping pong ball in each bucket. We're going
Okay.
to start closest to you, work furthest
Okay.
away. Okay. Each bucket has a corresponding prize, and we will tell you what you've won after you
If you
sink-
win it, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
after you sink
Yes.
that
I mean, it is
ping
debatable.
pong ball.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's double
Start
vision
up.
be damned. Here we go.
I did get it corrected.
Nice. Hey! So you won a Don't Quote Me merch item. We'll go through them later.
Yeah.
We'll go through them when the game's done.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Second one, here we go.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Holy smokes! Well,
I'll give you let's. You
I'll
got
do it.
one left.
Yes.
We can
up to
hang
you,
two.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw the second one in there.
2
Have 2
Into
or
2.
3?
Into 2.
Okay.
and 2.
There we go. A winner, and you don't win the third.
Oh,
But
But
the merch item is really the best one out there.
Oh, yes.
In my
That's
opinion. So
really
why don't you
great.
go ahead and rifle through that?
that second
Okay.
one, real quick
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That's an IOU for any treat on Treat Theater's menu. So
Oh,
anyone
fun.
you want. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. Well, thank you. I'll
Yeah.
try that new thing. Or not the new thing, your favorite thing. It sounded really good.
That's great. Okay, let's check out those t-shirts.
Okay,
Pick
got
whatever
it.
one you
Yes.
want. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Well, this is great. Walter calls this not bad. Body by burritos. I've been saying my body's by Finger Blaster. I did see you guys.
Right in
What
front,
size
yeah.
is this? Yes.
They're all one size.
Oh God, did you the Finger Blaster and Emily?
No, someone ate the finger blaster. That'd be
Alright.
awesome.
I'll do it.
Okay.
The finger blaster has been claimed. Sorry to all future guests, man.
That was fun watching you guys do that
Okay.
show.
That's awesome. That was a last minute adjustment because the game we wanted to play didn't come in.
Oh,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Thanks.
It's wild.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We bought it on the way here. Yeah.
So let's to make things easy. where can people find you? All the good things that Unglued is doing. Where can people find that?
Yes, ungluedmarket.com.
And socials?
And socials on Instagram and Facebook.
Same
Unglued
handle,
Market.
Unglued Market. Give them a follow. Check out the events they got coming up. There's one coming up soon, end of the month. And they got
30th.
stuff going on. Summer camp.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The raffle closed. Is there other opportunities or not?
It is going to be full tonight, but we will start a wait list.
Okay.
And inevitably people cancel.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Thumbs up.
do it.
Be
Yeah.
on the lookout.
It's not over yet. If you wanted to join, if it sounded awesome, or keep an eye out for next year. Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can start dancing.
Well, thank you, Ashley, so much for
Yes,
joining us
thank
today.
you, guys.
This was a great time.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for playing along with the game there.
Yes.
Thank you to
Thanks
our
for
listeners for making it to the very end. Thank you to Treat Theater for supplying the chocolates of consequence and the prize.
So tasty.
Thank you to Thunder Coffee for sponsoring as well, and thank you to Furniture Mission of the Red River Valley for supplying the set pieces.
Comfortable.
Yeah, we've had a great time today. We hope you liked what you heard, but remember, don't.
Hey, Skylar.
Hey, Steve.
What do you think people used or did before alarm clocks to get up?
Circadian rhythm.
What is that? Do you know something about this?
Well, circadian rhythm is like your body's natural, like when is it time to go to sleep, when is it time to wake up, that
So,
kind
like,
of stuff. So I
jobs just mattered about that?
No, I think actually I saw something about this where it used to be not uncommon to kind of like wake up and do some chores like throughout the night and get a couple hours of sleep, and so beds I think used to be a lot shorter because you didn't lay all the way down in them. You kind of slept
Like
sitting
Conehead
up.
standing up, kind of?
Not standing up, but like
Just
at a 90, right?
You
Like
just-
kind of how I have to sleep because I get heartburn easy now.
just kind of get up and go, huh?
Yeah.
Just lean over, huh?
I think so, yeah, because the work was never done. It didn't matter if it was sun up or sundown.
I've never even
thing.
heard of something like that. That
No,
was
I
wild.
thought it was like in a military bunker, like some old like a Fort Knox kind of thing. And they wondered why all the beds were so short, but that was why. It's because it was common to sleep sitting
Just
up.
get up after a couple hours?
That is not fact. That is
Absolute
not
fact.
fact check.
Well, that was fun and weird.